What's up, boys and girls? You know who it is. I don't even know if this sound is going to come out like it's supposed to because this phone is trash and it has become my 4-year-old's play toy because he likes to watch videos on it. But anyway, until Black Friday arrives, I'm going to be using this. So anyway, I've got the 6-liter LS Vortec in the 72 C10 that we're currently building in the shop. There's a lot of work to be done on it. I wouldn't say, I should not lie. It's not a lot of work. It's just floor pans and, you know, all that kind of rockers and all that kind of stuff. Not very much. I got to go get weld gas hopefully tomorrow, and I can go ahead and finish welding up the cap over the next week or two. But the big thing was getting this motor torn down, all the seals and gaskets and O-rings and all that kind of stuff, all replaced, all the bolts back on, torque down the spec and all that kind of stuff. That's what we've been spending the last couple weeks doing. I think we've only had the motor like, I don't know, a month, and we just kind of, and we could have done it faster. LS engines are like Lego sets. You can tear them down, rebuild them, and if you're diligent and you know what you're doing, you can tear it down. If you got the money, you buy the parts, order them, get them all in. You can tear down the motor and rebuild it all in a weekend, if not in a single day. It depends on how aggressive you are, but you can tear these down and rebuild them pretty quickly. They're very, very simple. There's not a lot to it. I mean, I think it's much more simplified than even a small block 350. I think it's a lot less complicated. That's just my opinion. You know, everybody is allowed their own opinion, but that's mine. So anyway, this is in here. I just literally in the last 5 minutes, 10 minutes, got it in the truck. I don't even have the motor mount bolts in place yet because I still got to lift it up a little bit more and kind of get it aligned. I do have a trans jack under the back to kind of keep the engine balanced. We're not going to do anything special right now. We will put the bolts in just to kind of lock it down. I still got to run the wiring harness and all that kind of stuff, which I do have. I got to run the wiring harness over the next couple of days. By this weekend, we should be starting it up. Hopefully, I think I can make the engine run with what I got. I do not have the cab wiring, the chassis harness, but I did retain the chassis harness. So from the original truck. So assuming that all that stuff is still there, I should be able to proceed accordingly. But the engine harness will have like start and key on and all that kind of stuff, ignition key on. So I should be able to do that and get the engine fired up. So we don't have a transmission yet, although I have found one. It's on the shelf, $350 for a 408E. All I gotta do is go pick it up and pay the man. So that's all taken care of as well. But the engine is in. We did a little light garage paint job on it, cleaned it up. I tell you, LS engines are dirty. I've got 2 of them in my shop right now, and both of them were very, very dirty. And I just, everyone I've seen, my buddy's got a couple LS engines. They were all dirty. I mean, I don't know if it's just people just don't take care of them in general, just engines in general, or they like have a lot of points where they leak. I really don't know. But all I know is every single one that I've messed with thus far has had some, you know, level of excessive grease all over the entire engine. So, but that's just part of the game. But we've got it in. I have to go ahead and put the steering shaft back in. I had to order a rag joint, and I've got that ordered now. It should be here, I think, tomorrow, and then we'll be able to steer the truck properly. I do got to go get a brake booster and all that kind of stuff. That's just a simple GM part. I mean, off of K1500, C1500, whatever you want. I build all my stuff simple. I don't, you know, people always say it takes a lot of money to build an LS engine, and it doesn't. I mean, I guess maybe it depends on what part of the country you're in. I mean, that does factor into what you're going to pay. But if you know engines, or you know you're mechanically inclined, let's say you've never built a motor before, but you are mechanically inclined, you can buy an LS. You can sit your butt down on the computer and you can watch 20 videos in a weekend on a Saturday. And by Sunday, you're ready to go out to the shop and start tearing apart an engine. if you are a little bit better than just being mechanically inclined, you could probably look at the engine for the most part and figure out what it is you need to start tearing down. Camshafts, oil pumps, O-rings, gaskets, all that kind of stuff is elementary. You can do it. It's simple. I mean, it's not hard whatsoever. I've got a 5.3 that's torn down all the way down to the block, and I'm going to rebuild it. I'm going to do it all in a weekend, and I'm going to document it. I'm just going to film it. I'm not going to be like, oh, put the screw here, tighten it down there. Nope, you're just going to watch me do it. We're going to just chit chat and shoot the shit, and I'm just going to do it. And I'm going to document the whole thing because, you know, why not? But it's simple to build these motors. I mean, I'm not a guru, I'm not an LS guru. I don't know everything there is to know about LS engines, but I know enough where I feel confident in my mechanical ability to tear one down successfully and rebuild it. And after all, I rebuilt the LT engine over there. So, I mean, I guess I know a little bit about motors, enough to be dangerous, I guess, right? But she fits great, right? One of the things I was worried about is just getting some LS headers. I'm just going to get some simple eBay headers, and I wanted to make sure I had enough room to drop down. Dude, we're going to have shit tons of room. This C10 has tons of room. There's not an issue whatsoever with getting headers to go where we need them to go. So I thought about like some fender wall headers and stuff like that, but I ain't gonna do all that. I'm just gonna have them drop down and do simple. I've got a full exhaust system in the back minus the headers or manifolds. I was gonna put manifolds back on it too, but I think I'm just gonna go ahead and do headers. One cool thing I did add to it, I like that. I added those to it because it initially had these, the V8 350 is what the truck originally came with, and now she's got a little bit bigger motor than the 350. So I'm excited. I'm excited to go ahead and get it fired up and running. I do have an alternator, or not alternator. I do have a cooling fan, or a radiator. That's what I'm trying to say, which is right here. And this is out of a GM vehicle. I think this is out of the Camaro. And I don't know. I did some basic measurements, and I think it'll fit. Ooh, I can't do this with one hand. Man, I wish I had my tripod. Where's my tripod at? Let's see. Oh, man. Okay. Oh, I have to set that down. Going down. Let me see if I can set you guys up somewhere and you can watch me struggle. Let's see here. That's not the best angle. But she'll do, right? Okay. I gotta take this stupid coolant line off the back, or trans-coolant line. So one of the things, I just want to make sure that everything's going to fit in terms of like just general placement. So that's perfect. That is absolutely perfect. Let me see. Do I have a clamp somewhere? I should. See if I can find a clamp here, and I'll show you guys. I just want to hold the radiator in place, and I want to show you guys what it looks like in its place. Hang on, I got some tape and some scissors here. So I can just tape it here. Just long enough, it just needs to hold long enough for you guys to see what the heck I'm talking about. Everything's so dirty and dusty. All right there. That'll hold. Okay. Cool. Now, there we go. So you can see I've got tons of room for activities down there. And now the cool thing about this radiator is, like I said, it came out of a, what was it? It was out of a, let me think here. It came out of a Camaro, like a 2009, 2010 Camaro. It was a 6-cylinder, but I don't think GM they didn't change the radiator because of the engine size. I'm pretty sure of that, but I could be wrong, but I would doubt that they did. But anyway, it has dual fans and all that kind of stuff. We have the LS computer and all that kind of stuff, so we'll be able to run the fans off the computer. I thought about putting a port in the head like we did with the LT. The LT has a port in the head, so it just takes the temperature directly off the head and turns the fan on accordingly. And but I think with this one here, I don't think, did I leave my phone up here? Yeah, I sure did. Let me see here. I don't think we're gonna do that with this one here. So, but that being said, hang on one second. I got a text here. We gotta check it. Okay, I got a few minutes. But anyway, we're gonna run the fans off the computer. That's what we're gonna do. So, but yeah, you see this clearance down there, which is right here. We don't use the original mechanical fan, so we got room. Everything will fit perfectly like it should. I kind of got everything set up because this is the wife's truck. This is not my truck. And as soon as she gets done with her work day today, I'm gonna have her come out here and take a look at it. And you know, we still got painting the engine bay and all that kind of stuff. This is just more, you got to mock stuff up, guys. You got to mock it up to see where you're going, if you know what I'm trying to tell you. And this in here, I know everything's going to fit. I had to adjust the motor mounts, the engine mounts, had to do all that. That's all good to go. That's all torque to spec. The wife actually helped me do that. So yeah, we're in there. We're happy. We're golden. So another truck almost done. I said we probably got another month or two of build work on it, and then we're done. We do get body work and all that kind of stuff that we're going to do, but that's not anything major. I've done that 10,000 times. And then we're going to be getting on to the F1, the 1950, what is it, a 52, 51? I don't know, 52. 1952 Ford F1. We're going to be building that. That's the next truck that's on the channel. That's going to be extensive work because we have to channel it. We have to, everything. It doesn't have nothing but it's just the frame. I mean, the freaking bed is right here. The bed's right there. So we're gonna have to bring that in the shop, the cab in the shop. The cab's sitting outside the shop. We're gonna bring that in, get it all laid out. I bought wheels and stuff like that, and I've got everything like that for it, but it's gonna take some work. You know, there ain't no doubt about it. It's gonna take some damn work. So hopefully we can get the F1 done by late summer. That would be my goal. Get this truck done, parked, because she ain't gonna drive this truck until you know, it's summertime, late spring, early summer anyway. So that being said, we've got time to go ahead and get everything like we want to, and then get it off to the side, and then get the F1 in here and start putting that together. So what's the F1 going to have? It's going to have the 5.3 liter V8, which I've got conveniently tucked over here. We already done some light, sorry, I'm losing my voice, got sinus infection going on. We already done some light cleaning of it, just kind of getting it prepped. We've got a seal kit. We've got everything that we need for it. We need to go ahead and, man, my voice just left the chat. We need to go ahead and start assembling it. Like I said, I'm going to put this one on video so you guys can watch it. But yeah, she's ready to be built. But we're going to change the front and rear cover gaskets, the front and main seals. We're going to, the rear main seals, we're going to put high pressure oil pump on this guy. You know, all the bells and whistles, get it all painted up, get it looking pretty. And get it ready, because this is going into the F1. I know all the Ford guys are probably pissed because you're putting a Chevy motor into a Ford product, but that's just the way it goes sometime. I don't know anything about the 5.0, the 5.3, the 4.6. I don't know anything about those motors yet. Not saying I won't someday, but I don't know anything today. And today I have this motor, which is free, and that's what's going to go into the F1. So, man, I lost my voice. Jesus. Okay, that's about it for this one here. So, all right, guys, just a quick little video, show you where we're at. I do have some new tools. I got to do a tool video for all my tool heads. And shout out to, let me do this real quick before I go. Shout out to Capri Tools. This is everything that I've been using on this build. And then there's some stuff on the floor too, and I'll show you that. Sorry, trying to get my sinuses clear. But you can see I've been using the heck out of the Capri 3/8 drive master impact socket set, 8 through 24. I think this whole set and the extensions and the swivel is on sale, or is at least being sold for $199. And I absolutely love this set. I've been using their 92 long ratchet 3/8 drive right tool, like a pry bar screwdriver thing. I've been using that. My Mac Tools torque wrench. Always my Milwaukee impact stuff. Cornwell extensions. DeWalt. This is a very low torque impact gun, but it's great for doing assembly. And what I mean is, like, if you're putting on valve covers or bolts that you have to come back and torque, but you want to get them seated, this is great for that because it doesn't over torque it. Some Harbor Freight stuff, Snap-on stuff, random 1/4-inch drive extensions and stuff like that. Cornwell stuff, lots of Capri stuff, guys. Everything from chrome sockets to impact sockets, you name it. Pullers, gear wrench stuff. Actually, you know, I don't like gear wrench very well, but I've got some gear wrench there. C10 stuff, brass hammer, some Harbor Freight stuff, you know, testing power to the truck and whatnot. Here's a whole seal kit for the other engine, which is thrown up here, Snap-on. So yeah, I've got all the seals and everything for the other engine to get built too. So we're gonna do that next. I gotta see about getting this installed. But yeah, so, and then there's more stuff down here on the floor, more tools there. So yeah, we've been getting after it, guys. So hope you liked the video. We're at 18 minutes, so that's more than enough time there. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. I gotta go get some damn tea. All right, peace.